We's in business. If I can get my camera. God, I need something. I need to get one of those frickin' lights. One of those tripods. It has a little camera holder and those ring lights. Okay, but guess what? We have light. Oh, looky, looky what Mrs. Snooky got. It's gonna freaking blow me out right now, isn't it? But hopefully, when I record regularly with my regular camera, for some reason, I don't know why, I get totally blown out. And I mean, I'm white, don't get me wrong, but I look white when I record with my cell phone. I don't get it. So I am getting ready today because Bree and I, as usual, my fresh sugar scrub, or lip polish they call it, my favorite. Anyways, we are going up to my son and daughter-in-law's new house. And I'm excited. They just moved in 2 days ago. So I am really excited to go up, and we're going to go up there and spend some time with them and hang out with my grandbabies and help her out with whatever she needs help with. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm just going to do today a quickie get ready with me, and I'm trying another. I don't know if you guys saw my first L'Oreal live stream. I have like 4 or 5 L'Oreal foundations. And this is one of the other ones that I have that a couple people wanted me to try on that last one. This is the Visible Lift Serum Absolute. Has pro-retinol A plus vitamin C in it and a broad spectrum SPF of 17. And their Visible Lift line is supposed to do exactly that. So we'll see. Oh, wait. And I'm going to try again all the Revitalift. This is the volume, that's these ones. The volume filler for eye. Not quite sure how I feel about these products yet, but we're gonna give them a try. So how are you guys doing today? What'd you think of the eclipse? I live in Washington State, so we got to see, I think, about 94% of it. So it didn't go completely dark, but it was really weird. The best thing, I was talking to my mom while it was going on, and it's funny because we were both thinking like identical things, and we both almost said at the same time that it reminded us of when Mount St. Helens blew. Let's see, I have a couple different serums here. I have the Age Perfect Cell Renewal Golden Serum, and it is actually really pretty in there. And then I have this Revitalift Volume Filler Serum. I think I'm going to try the Revitalift one again. Anyways, it was weird because it definitely, it reminded us of when, for those of you who were around, or not around I should say, when Mount St. Helens blew back on May 18th, Sunday, May 18th, 1980. I'll never forget the day as long as I live, because my family ended up right smack in the center of it. Not literally, but you know, I mean, we went down to our cabins in Oregon that weekend and ended up trapped down there because the mountain blew, and it was a very scary experience when they finally opened the freeway coming back, because the freeway was one lane. I-5 is what I'm speaking of, which of course for those of you who know is a major freeway, you know. Only one lane was open and people were going about, you know, at a snail's pace because there were just basically deep furrow lines through the ash on the freeway, and ash on both sides of either lane was stacked up feet thick. And I'll never forget when we crossed by the Toutle River, when we went over the bridge of the Toutle River. And, you know, when we went down, I always loved looking at that river because it was so beautiful and so clear. And I don't know, I always loved the river. But boy, I'll tell you, when we went back, going north to go home, it looked like a war zone. It was, not only was it way up over the roadway, but poor connection again. Why? My God, I'm streaming on data so that I don't have a drop in my connection. Oh, I'm so sick of this. I need to find different ways to stream when I want to stream live. I'm going to try just real quick this Magic Anti-Redness Correcting Primer. I don't have that much redness in my skin, but I just have a little bit here and there, and I want to see if it makes... Oh, that's green. Oh, that's green. Anyways, the freeway was completely... the river was completely over the freeway. It was over the bridge, everything. There were massive logs in it. It literally looked like a war zone. It was really scary, especially, you know, as somebody who's grown up knowing exactly what the Toutle River looks like, and, you know, driving over it and around it and everything for, you know, my entire life, and seeing it like that, it was just, wow. Anyways, long story short, when the mountain blew, because all the thick ash that came out of it, it gave everything, it cut the sun out. I mean, it was thick enough and dense enough ash that it literally cut the sun out. And it gave a real gray cast to everything because the sun was trying to, you know, the ash was filtering the sun. And that's exactly what it looked like yesterday, or very similar, when the eclipse, when it was at its peak. My mom and I literally said that at the same time. We're like, yeah, this reminds us of Mount St. Helens blue. So it was kind of, I don't know, it was just kind of creepy because it brought back a lot of memories of that time. God, to think, what was I? Was probably, I'm using all L'Oreal sponges too, by the way. I was probably 7 or 8 years old when that happened. But boy, I'll tell you, that was... There's one thing that'll freak you out when you're young. It's a big, pretty mountain blowing up. When you're smack in the middle of it, no less. This is the Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. So that was quite the experience, I'll tell you. You know, there's not very many people that can actually say that they were, oh great, somebody's gonna mow their lawn now. Sorry if you hear that in the background, but I do have my window open because, boy, one thing I don't like about this primer, because it has a beautiful glow to it, as I'm sure you can see there, but it emphasizes every pore. I think I'm gonna have to shut the window because they decided to, yeah, I'm gonna shut the window. Hang on. Swear to God, every time I do a live stream, I end up having to walk away. Thank you, people, for, you know what? Let's see what it looks like when I shut that light out and just use the light of my mirror. Is that gonna be eerie, creepy? Oh. Doing makeup in the dark. No, don't think so. That's not gonna work. Okay. And of course, every time I forget something, so you guys should be used to this by now. Anywho, I picked up a oh god, it crepe's sake, swear to God, if I have to get up one more time. You know, last night I literally went through everything, got everything laid out that I was gonna need, laid out all the makeup I wanted to use, so that today I was ready Freddy and I could just sit down and pound out getting ready, so I wasn't late into their house. And here I am, forgetting shit like a spaced out blonde. Okay, this is the Tarte High Performance Naturals Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. And this is probably, right now, my favorite primer for my skin. And I do have, obviously, mature skin, and I have normal to dry skin. I would say in my T-zone area, I'm fairly normal. And, well, my skin overall is really normalizing since I've been with the skincare routine I've been doing. And by the way, I did record my first of several nights that I'm going to do, nighttime skincare routine video. But I have to edit it, and I'm not going to be able to edit until I get back from my son and daughter-in-law, so that probably won't be up till the end of the week. But you know, my skin is normalizing a lot, but I work, you know, I'm very diligent with my skincare too. But I've tried all kinds of primers, you guys. I mean, I've tried, you know, Benefits. I've tried all kinds of pore filling, ones that claim to be pore filling. But in my experience, you know, the Benefit one is pore filling. I mean, there's no question about it. But the problem I have with it, and I don't know if it's just me, or it must be because it's like a #1 type selling primer, but my foundations won't stick to it. I mean, you guys have seen me. If you've watched any of my videos, you've seen me trying to get my foundation to stick to it. And I've tried drugstore, I've tried high-end, I've tried luxury. It doesn't matter where the foundation comes from. It just will not, on my skin, it will not adhere to the Benefit Professional. So wherever I put that damn primer, I end up with basically no foundation. But this one here, not only does it, you know, really fill pores beautifully, this has a thicker texture than the Benefit. As you can see, this is like in a, it's not a, I can't even describe it because it's not a cream. It has a very light powdery fragrance, but it's not a cream. It's more like a putty, kind of. It's more like a powdery putty. There you go. Powdery putty. Good God, what are they doing out there? But I just find that it works on my skin, for one. It fills pores beautifully. And it stays. And I don't have any problem with foundation. Pore connection again. I swear to God. You know, I love live streaming because I get to talk to people that pop on and get somebody to visit with while I get ready. Unless my daughter and I are getting ready, you know, together. I don't have anybody to visit with when I get ready. So I like live streaming because I got company. But, boy, I'll tell you, I sure wish YouTube would make more options available for how we can live stream. Because just having to use a cell phone, yeah, don't like it. Especially since it keeps showing bad connection and, ugh. I'm on data right now. Anyways, this primer, and I just apply it. I mean, you noticed I'm pulling it out with this. Obviously, I'm not rubbing into my skin hard with this because this is a metal tool, but this is just one of those dual-ended, and I use this end here, the blunt end, to not only get it out of there a little bit at a time, that way I'm not taking too much out, but to apply it to my face, and then I just pat it in. And I love the way it works on my skin. You know, it stays, and it fills pores. I mean, I don't know if you can see a difference in the way my pores looked from, like after I put that primer on, this whole area right here just looked like pore central. And my pores are not that big. I mean, literally, they're, you know, I have just right here in this area and a little bit on my chin here is pretty much where my pores are evident. And when I put that Lumi primer over my face there, my pores became evident everywhere, girl. Okay, now I'm going to use a little bit of, since I don't have if I don't have a product from L'Oreal, I'm just going to pick up from my other products. And I do not have a color corrector for under eyes for them, so I'm just going to use my Giorgio Armani Retouch. So far, I mean, I'm really putting this stuff to the test to see how I like it. It's very concentrated in color, without a doubt. And this one is in the color 1, the shade 1, I should say. So it does have different shade options for darker skin tones, which is nice. I was thinking today, last night I pulled out, like I said, everything I wanted to get ready with today, and I was going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette, but then I thought, no, I haven't even reviewed it yet. I don't want to, I don't want to use it first time on camera on live stream, so. But I will have that review coming up very soon now because, I wanted to actually really work with the palette so that I could form an educated opinion from experience, not just somebody looking at it and going, oh, and I love first impression videos, don't get me wrong, I watch them all the time, but I think it's really difficult. I'll never understand why when I watch some people that do first impression videos, I mean, they give a full-on review type on a product that is brand new. And, a first impression is exactly that. It's your first impressions of working with a product. I don't know how in God's name somebody can give a full review about how the product wears and how it works and all this when they haven't even used it. Hasn't even been out for 24 hours, but you've got a full review on it. I don't know how that's possible, but okay. Whatever works. But personally myself, that's just not the way I do it. Especially on items, if it's an item that I only purchase one of, then, and I want to get a review upon it, then I'll record a first impression on it. That's kind of how I decide which items not always, but it's part of what goes into deciding which items I want to record first impressions on. But if like in this case, I ordered several, not only for giveaway, but for my daughter to have one. And so that way, I can still show a palette, a brand new palette. So I can use my own, and still have a new one to show. Because as you guys know, if you've been following me at all, I like to show brand new products. I do not, when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, I should say. I mean foundations, obviously. Foundations and a lot of powders, loose powders, and stuff like that. It doesn't really matter, but by the way, that was my Fresh Sugar Lip Serum Advanced Therapy. Love that stuff. Anywho, okay, moving along. Let's try this. I'm scared. I shouldn't be trying a new foundation when I'm going somewhere, but and I got this in the shade Oh wow, I don't even think this is gonna work. It's 146 nude beige. Oh yeah, Okay, well, I don't know if you guys can see, but the light is so bright. But it's way, 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 way too dark for my skin tone. I mean, that's about probably 5 shades too dark. I don't know why I ended up with that. Well, bugger. Let me go get a different L'Oreal foundation, because I do have other new ones I can try. Okay. Darn it, I really wanted to try that one today. Oh well. I tried the cushion, didn't I? So I have the cushion, I have the True Match Lumi. I could do that one. Is that the right color? And that is in porcelain, so yeah, that's the right color. And then I have the cushion. And then I have the Infallible Total Cover and the Infallible Pro Glow, because I already tried the other one, so I'm not going to use that one again. Which one should I use? Which one should I use? Just looking to see. I wish they said, like, really, really easily, right on the front, full coverage, medium coverage. You know, they don't. You have to read through every damn thing about it. Radiant finish, normal, dry skin, hydrating. Well, you know what? I'm going to try the Pro Glow. So, let's see how she does. And I have it in the color 201 Classic Ivory. And I have to hurry and get my booty moving, because, sorry for the cast of my light here, because my daughter-in-law is probably going to pop on my live stream at any time and think, why aren't you up here yet? So I'm going to try and haul. This is a lot thinner than I thought it would be. I just stopped to shake it up for a minute because I thought, well, maybe well, let's see what the coverage is like. And I'm using all L'Oreal sponges today. It's a good color for me. So thankfully, when they say porcelain, it is actually porcelain. Huh. I do not like what it's doing with the sponge, though. It's like the sponge is sticking to it funny. That's weird. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I'm going to wet my regular beauty blender and see if it's the sponge or if it's just not sticking to my face. Another one. I really hope this isn't a case of the foundation not wanting to stick to my face, because girl don't have time for that today. That's weird, because this L'Oreal sponge, I didn't notice it doing that last time. It, like, the best way to describe it is it felt like it had, like it was sticky, and it was sticking to the foundation. So when I pulled the sponge away each time, it left like little blobby marks all over my face. So let's see if this one does it too. See, I don't feel that sensation on this one when I pull away. When I bounce it on my face, it just bounces clean off. I don't feel that sticky type sensation. Huh. I don't know if I'm gonna care for this one. It definitely has a lot of luminosity to it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that, at least just right off the bat looking at this, are you kidding me? Right the bat looking at this, I don't think, this probably isn't one that I would wear with my mature skin. It has so much luminosity to it that it's highlighting everything I don't want highlighted. Oh, come on. I don't have time for this today. Crap. This is what I get for trying to... Oh, yeah. No. Okay, babe, I'm gonna try and wipe as much of this away as I can, because if you have any imperfections in your skin, I mean, this Pro Glow is probably a beautiful foundation for people who have really pretty skin. But if you have any imperfections in your skin, damn it, there's a brush here right there. You know, if you have any imperfections, you know, wrinkles, stuff like I do, yeah, that is not one that I would recommend. And interestingly enough, it is not laying nicely over that primer. Boy, I'll tell you. And I haven't found too many. I haven't had a problem with the Tarte one so far, not working with foundations, but in this case, yeah, it definitely does not like the primer, because everywhere where I put the Tarte primer, I can see it adhering to those areas more. I'm just going to get my tried and true drugstore. Let's see, where are you, baby? Come to mama. There you are. Let's see if she'll save the day. This is the best. Had a little accident there. This is the best drugstore foundation I've used yet, and this is the CoverGirl Healthy Elixir. I hate putting stuff on my hand, but I'm in a hurry. So, and I'm going to just mix it with a little of this LA Girl Pro Coverage in white, because it is not the right color. Not by a long shot. CoverGirl, you need to come out with lighter and darker colors on this foundation, because it truly is a beautiful foundation. This is probably the best foundation drugstore that I've found right now. And trust me, I'm still looking, as you can see. And it's not, you know, it's not fun trying foundation after foundation and having them fail on you. I mean, especially as you get older, you know, stuff just doesn't, you know, when I was younger, I could literally go into the drugstore. I could pick up any foundation, just walk in blindly, grab one, and head out. It was that easy. Now see, this one has way better coverage too than the L'Oreal. I mean, not only does it look way better on the skin, even though I'm putting this over the L'Oreal, it still looks better. Whoops. Come on. Sorry for the cast from my mirror, but I gotta see what I'm doing here. I'm determined to get my lighting right. I just need to break down and get a ring light, and then that'll solved most of my problems with lighting. But damn, they're expensive, you know? I mean, when I think about, should I spend, you know, $400 on, you know, makeup and supplies I need that I can review on my channel, or should I spend $400 on lighting? It's kind of been a no-brainer so far, but it's getting to the point where I have to have some lighting because this room is so dark. Anyways, whew. Anymore though, you know, I mean, as you get to be my age, you can't just walk into the damn store and pick whichever one you want. I'm almost afraid to use these concealers. God. This is the Infallible Pro Glow. Oh, I don't know if I want to use that one. And then I also bought the Visible Lift, some kind of a correction sticky thing here. So let's, what color is that in? 120 Fair, I think it says. Let's try and open this and fight with it for 15 minutes to get it open. Let's see what this does. Oh, it's come on, I got places to go. There we go. Let's get it in the brush. That's fair? Are you kidding me? Man, I'll tell you, what is it with drugstore and getting fair? This is not fair. You know, anybody from drugstore stuff ever picks up on this video and hears it, just think this when you're developing colors. Fair is ghost. If it doesn't look like a ghost, it ain't fair. And just like deep should be like midnight chocolate. You know, I see, those are the two colors that I see them maim the most, are fair and deep. I look at some colors that they call deep and I'm like, yeah, that's like a NC40. NC35, NC40 at most. In other words, a tan. How do you expect somebody that has deep dark skin to wear that? They can't. That's why I told in the comments section, Jackie Ina, when I last watched one of her videos, she was going on again about foundation colors, and of course she's right now working with Too Faced to develop darker colors. How nice. What a nice opportunity that is. Not only for her, but for women who have dark skin. Hopefully they'll have somebody in there that, you know, knows what the hell they're doing and what colors are needed. After all, you know, there's nobody better to develop or help develop colors than somebody who deals with it day in, day out. You know, like ask somebody who's really fair what they need in a foundation color. I'm not sure what I think of this so far. Just trying it different areas. People who have medium skin tone are the most fortunate in the makeup industry, without a doubt. Because everything is devised around a medium skin tone. Like I purchased Desi and Katie's collection with Dose of Colors. And I really got a close look at it on a couple of gals here that her name is, I think her channel name is Miss Puffin's Wife, or Puffin's, no, Puffin's Wife. She's a character, I really love her. Her and her best girlfriend, I think yesterday it was, they put a video out on that collection. And when I saw it on her skin, I thought, oh man, if it looks like that on her skin, what's it gonna look like on mine? Because I'm even fairer than she is, you know? So, I don't know. Okay, this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Micro Finishing Loose Powder and I love this powder. I just wish that this damn sponge was not in my way. I wish they had a way to take the sponge out, because the sponge works great if you want to use a brush. The sponge works beautifully, but if you want to dip your sponge in there, it's a nightmare. This powder, though, you guys, I'm not kidding you. This must just be like, 90% silica. I mean, it is. If you do not like slick feeling powders, you will not like this. But I don't know if you can, let me move this here so I'm in front of the light. Ah, shit. I don't know if you can see the difference in my under eyes. This one I have the powder on, this one I don't. Get the lighting equal. There we go. But the effect in person is... Oh! Yeah, whoops, that was a boo-boo, sorry. The effect in person is that this eye appears much smoother and like just flatted, whereas this one appears real sunken in and wrinkly looking. It really does make a difference. Maybe if there's another place. Now that I got the lighting of this damn mirror, the problem is that the lighting's on both sides of the mirror, which really sucks. I wish you could, turn off the lighting on half the mirror. Next time what I'll do is I'll just put a cover over the other side of the mirror or something. But I'll tell you, I like having a mirror now that I don't have to hold up that little handheld piece of junk mirror that I've been using forever. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but it just always kept getting in my way of when I was filming and I'd edit the stuff afterwards. I'd be... you guys have no idea. Unless you film, it's really hard to, I mean, it's all a learning process. When you start filming... Oh, for Christ's sake. Are you kidding me? Sorry about that. Like I said, this is all a learning process. You gotta learn where things go, where to put them. I mean, it's just... Okay, I am going to... Which one of these do I want to use? I haven't tried any of my Wayne Goss face brushes yet. I was really disappointed to see this one. Do you see that big bump in there? See that with the brush, the bristles? I haven't even used these yet, you guys, and look at that. That's the way it came out of the package, and I was really hoping that they would go back to, that they would go back in place, but they're not. It's like the bristles are crimped. And I don't want to, I thought, well, maybe if I wash it, it'll go back in place, but I don't want to wash them yet either because, these aren't brushes you want to wash a lot. I mean, literally, I have not used, you can see these, I haven't used any of the face set yet, so that was pretty disappointing to see that. Pay a lot of money for these, you want them to be perfect. I think I'm just going to use this one. This is the number 11. Let's see how this works for land powder. And the rest of, they're so soft, the brushes. Oh, God. You just can't even see because I'm totally blown out, aren't I? Can't win. I finally get something I can see in that's not holding in the way, and now it's flashing bright lights and people's blowing me out. Unbelievable. I promise I will get this right. Anyways, I love this powder. They have this in a solid form as well, that a pressed form, that I'd really like to try. Because so far, man, this is dumping bristles. What the hell? I love his eye brushes so far. I'm kind of a little bit shocked. Look, I mean, here's another one. Can you see it right there? I mean, look at that. That's like the third or fourth one I've picked off my face now. For how much you pay for these brushes, they should not be dumping bristles out of them. I mean, it's not like I'm beating the hell out of it. I'm putting it in powder. I really love his face brushes. They're incredible, but again, this is my first time trying his eye brushes. God, I'm thinking about the face brush and trying to talk about the eye brush. Anyways, I love his eye brushes. Of course, this is my first time trying the face brushes, but let's see if I can get a little of this powder out. This container's a bitch. It really is. I really wish I'd bought the pressed one, because it has this netting on it, and you just can't, the powder is so fine. Like just now when I turned it upside down and tried to tap a bunch of the powder out, it just went flying airborne. Most of what I dumped out probably ended up flying into the air. Love the powder, just hate the packaging. So, but I would like to get the pressed version and review the two of them head to head, compare them and see what the difference is. Okay, moving along. I can't believe it, but the light from this damn thing is making me sweat. Can you believe that? It is putting out. You know what? I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn that off. And hang on, I'm going to open my curtain and just use natural light, because I can't stand the reflection it's giving. And okay. There. That's so much better, isn't it? Jeez, it took me long enough. Sorry. Like I said, it's all you gotta test it and try it before you figure out what works. Okay. Moving along, since I don't have a contour, I am going to try, I don't know if it's gonna work or not. This is my NYX Powder Blush in Taupe. Real nice that that little guy decided to pay me a visit, and even after all that foundation, his ass is still there. Not sure what I think about using a brush like this, a fan brush, for applying contour yet. Kind of trying it out a little before I decide whether I like it or not. I definitely do like putting my contour on first, though, before my bronzer, I figured. Damn. So what are you guys up to today? Anything exciting? After I get ready here, then I literally will be on my way, because my daughter-in-law is probably getting angry at me at this point that I'm not there yet. But I'm hurrying. Doesn't really matter if I was ready or not right now anyways, because Bree ain't ready, so. Okay. Hang on here. So I can blame it on Bree. Oh, that's got black on it. Need to wash the brushes. Oh, come on. I swear to God, if this falls down one more time, I'm sorry, you guys. This is just not my day for having shit. I'm just gonna take a deep breath. You know, does this happen to you guys? This happens every time I'm in a hurry, because I know I'm supposed to be somewhere, So I'm rushing, and the more I rush, the more I fuck up. It never fails. Never fails. Unbelievable. I am not doing any, I literally am I'm gonna start going even quicker than I have been because I need to hurry up. Because I know that she's waiting for us to get there. I'm gonna use this Glam Bronze by L'Oreal in Light Pale 01. So far, first impressions, it's a pretty bronzer. You sure get a hell of a lot of it. And the color is nice for pale skin because it's, you know, it's got a nice, it has a nice tan look to it. Kind of what you would expect somebody pale to get if they were out in the sun a lot. As opposed to, you know, a lot of them that I've seen and tried in the drugstore have way too much orange and red in them for my skin tone. This one, and it has a very, very light, I'm looking in my side mirror here, just so I can see when the light hits me. It has a very, what appears to be light sheen to it. So it's really, this is a really pretty bronzer. I'm real impressed so far. And this was, I was using my Tom Ford No. 5 brush, which didn't dump any bristles. I'm not happy with that Wayne Goss brush that was dumping all over the place. I want to see if I can get away with just doing this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. At least not on the tail. This is also L'Oreal. This is their brow stylist. You know what I want to try? Is I think it's Maybelline that just... I've been looking for it, but I don't see it in the stores yet, so I don't know if it's released or not. But it's basically their version of a brow... It's like a brow gel dye. It's, you know, the stuff that you put it on your brows and then peel it off however many minutes later. And it claims it's supposed to last for, I think, 3 days or something. So I've been looking for it, but, and I've seen only 1 or 2 people review it so far, so I don't know if it's just not on the market yet or what. But I sure want to get my hands on it and try it. Because if there's something that can help me, where, you know, gives my brows some base color for a couple days, I'm all for that. Because, you know, you guys can't tell, but I actually have quite a few brows. It's just that they're so damn light that they don't show up. And tightly packed in the direction. You know, they're just like packed to my forehead right here. They want to lay their way, and they don't give a rat's ass what direction I want them to go. Okay, I'm going to try this. One of my new Extra Dimension blushes from MAC. This is Into the Pink. And boy, do I love these Extra Dimension blushes. They are gorgeous. If you're interested in seeing a swatch on this, I did, oh wow, look at that. They have a lot of glow. Look at the glow, peeps. I mean, if you don't like a glowy blush, then this is definitely, I mean, look at that. It's like frickin' highlighter compared to this cheek. Look at that cheek. And then look at this one. Wee-hee! Don't even need highlighter when you wear these. I mean, I don't know. I just love them. I don't know. I really want to try, Ciate has new blushes that they released and highlighters. I really want to try those. And those glitter, what are they called? Glitter flip. Yeah, this is, you know, if you're having trouble finding maybe you're darker skinned or something and you're having trouble finding a highlighter that works for you in the pink tone, I mean, this has got a lot of glow to it. That's got a lot of glow to it. Moving along, I do need some kind of tail on the end of my brows, and I'm going to look a little wackadoodle, so I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to go right back into my NYX Taupe Blush here. This is called Get Ready, Haul Ass Quick, because you got places to be, bitch. My daughter-in-law sees me live streaming. She's probably going to think, what in the hell is she doing? I thought she was coming up here. I am, sweetie. I'm coming. But I figure, you know, while I'm putting my makeup on, I might as well visit. It doesn't take me any longer. Except for when I crash shit to the ground and dump everything over and forget things and have to stop and go get them. And yeah, you get the point. Sometimes we all have those days. And I'm having one of those damn days. That brow stylist from L'Oreal, it is not bad for coloring, but I do not like the texture it leaves on my... It leaves... The best thing I can suggest is like I'm doing here. If you use it, let it set on your brows for a little bit to get that color good and anchored in, and then just brush through them lightly, because it leaves like a crusty, I know that's not a good word, crispy. How's that? No, crispy might take offense. God, this world is so PC anymore, I can't even decide what to frickin' say. You get the point. It leaves a crunchiness on them. Okay, since I am a basic bitch, I'm going with my basic bitch palette. And that's just what we're going to do today. And then, of course, I'm going to use my Wayne Goss brushes. This palette, you know, I wish more than anything now. I love these palettes, these personality palettes. I bought 2 of them. You guys saw me use the, this one's probably too dark for today. Oh, man. I want to use this one, but let me look at the other one. I think this is going to be way too dark. It is. It's going to be way too dark. I mean, I could apply it really, really, really light, but, so I got Basic Bitch and Prissy Princess, and if you watched my other live stream, you already saw me use this one, so there's Prissy Princess. So I'm just going to do this today, because I just want to do something quick. Okay, I'm going with the lightest pink in the palette. These, I'm really impressed. What I was saying, though, is I am so bummed that I didn't buy all these. You know, I had the opportunity. I was there. Kai had all of them on hold for me. But when I looked at them, they just didn't, you know, at first glance, they just didn't steal my breath, you know, I mean. And this big hunkin' highlighter in there. Most of the palettes had highlighters that were nowhere near the color that was going to work for me. So I thought, well, you know, if I get all those, I'm going to end up with, you know, basically, what is it? 2, 4, 6, 8. No, 2, 4, 6, 8. They're lined up weird. So I was going to end up with 8 smaller eyeshadows and 1 big hunkin' eyeshadow. You know what I mean? Because there's no way. Like, I think maybe 1 or 2 of the palettes had a highlighter color in there that was light enough for my skin tone. But now that I've tried these, man, I really do wish that I had purchased all of them, because they're beautiful. The formula wears beautifully. It blends beautifully. This is probably my favorite MAC eyeshadow release in a long time. I mean, I really like it. They're soft. and they're nicely pigmented. They feel like silk going on, and they just blend beautifully. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to go on my Wayne Goss number 19, and the only thing is, you know, with this palette there are a lot of very similar looking colors, like that one, and that one. They're all very, you know, they're different, but they're very similar. Very similar. They had a blue one that had blue and greens in it and stuff, and oh man. You know, I don't ever wear blue eyeshadow. Well, not ever, but I don't wear them that often, I should say. But who did I see wear that? I think it was Raw Beauty Christy. I think Christy had used that in a look. Yeah, she did. And when I saw it again on when she used it, I was like, oh man, I wish I'd purchased those. I'm not getting enough, now that I've moved over here, I'm not getting enough light to see what I'm doing. There we go, that's better. Anywho, so we're gonna go, Bree and I are gonna drive to my son and daughter-in-law's house. We're gonna, we just moved in, like I said, so we're gonna help them with, you know, whatever, you know, when you move into a new house, there's always stuff that needs to be done, and stuff that needs to be cleaned, stuff that needs to be put away, all that kind of good stuff. So we're going to help as much as we can there. And hang out and visit, and they're really excited. I mean, I remember what it was like when I got into my first house. It was so exciting. All of a sudden you go from apartment living to, oh, you know, it's like, oh my God, I actually have room to move, you know, room for all my stuff. It's so exciting. So excite. I remember the day. God, these are just so silky smooth. They really do apply beautifully. I've been really happy each time I've used one of these. Where the hell's my blender? There it is. And each time I've used one, I've kicked myself in the ass for not buying the others. So it's kind of a bittersweet. Because I punish myself every damn time. Because it reminds me of how incredible, how much I like these. I mean, if I had all the palettes, I literally would use these every day. These would be my go-to palettes. I like them that much. Because you can just put a quick look together, you know, nothing fancy, just in and out the door. I mean, you know, the total eclipse time, I'm taking a little more time than I really need to, but I mean, I could put a look together with this palette in probably, I don't know, 5 minutes. They're just that easy to use. And the colors don't get muddy, but they blend real nice together. I mean, look at that. It's just like blending itself. It just goes the brush over it. I'm not having to fight to blend it. This is what I like in an eyeshadow. I like an eyeshadow that I can just be quick about. You know, I don't have to struggle with, you know, it's got enough pigmentation that it shows, but I don't have to fight with it because it's over pigmented, you know what I mean? And I don't have to fight with blending it out. That's what I like. Okay, just about done. You're so pretty. If you have any, you know, if you have a Nordstrom's near you that has MAC and they have any of these personality palettes left in stock, I would highly suggest checking them out. Whether, you know, whether you're a big fan of MAC Cosmetics or not, I would highly suggest checking these out because they are really good. Clearly, I'm a little obsessed. I only have the two, Pretty Princess and Basic Bitch, but boy, I'll tell you, if I could find the others, I'd buy them in a flash. So pretty. I feel pretty, I go pretty, and okay. A little fallout. Get rid of that. Okay, now moving along to the very darkest shade in this palette. Yeah, I mean, look at that. They're pigmented, seriously. These are not eyeshadows that you need to worry that, you know, you're not going to get enough pigmentation out of. They definitely have enough. Just love them. They're so damn easy to use. Just a little bit. I mean, look how easy that blends. Seriously. Just beautiful. That is blended. And I am literally just ghosting my brush over. I'm hardly touching my brush to my eye. Does anybody have areas where nothing will stick? Like right there. I don't know if you can see that little spot right there. I mean, nothing irritates the hell out of me more than having an area. I mean, you can see the difference now. See, I just packed on product right there. I don't have that missing hole. But now watch. Let's see if... Stay there. I'm not even gonna, you know, I'm not even gonna go over it. If I go over it, it's gonna disappear. Okay, and now I just want to really darken up my lid here. And this is the darkest shade I'm using in the palette. Because I really want a lot of contrast, because I'm going to go in for one of the light shimmers. And I don't know, I want a real contrasting lid that is real blown out and smoky at the edges. I don't know why. Just something sounds good today. And see now, like, I literally am just patting these. I'm not even just patting them in. That's it. That's how beautifully this formula blends. Pat, pat, pat. Look at that. Pat, pat, pat. Now watch. I'm just patting back and forth. Look at that. All I did was pat. Pat, pat, pat. Just like this. Not blending at all. and it blends. It's just, oh. I'm telling you, people, these really, MAC hit it out of the park with this launch. And I really wish, I want to take it a little more into the crease. Define my crease a little from my lid, since I want to make that lid poppin'. I just, oh God, it just kills me that I didn't buy the rest of them. Okay, and pat, pat, pat. I don't know why I'm going for such a damn smoky eye look when it's the middle of the day, but I don't know, it's just, I kind of find myself really got some kick, kind of a little fallout with that one. I don't know, I just find myself every time I sit down and play with colors, I find that I really, this is probably my favorite style to wear on my eyes. Night, day, whatever. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the real light pink and just over this. Just to lighten that edge out and blow it out a little bit better. And I'm also going to use that pink under the eye all the way, the real light pink. Okay, now I'm going to go for this bangin' shimmer, and oh God, these brushes, these Wayne Doss brushes, really, the eye brushes, not only are they incredible, but they really pick up pigment. If you're wanting something to pick up pigment, they pick up pigment. Okay, where's my MAC? Did I already take it out? I'm going to try it dry first, and then we'll see. I'm probably going to want to use it wet. Oh, whoops, I just, wow, it's really soft. Holy cow. I mean, that is banging for a dry eyeshadow. Wait till you guys see that. Oh my God. That is banging for a dry shimmer. Pretty impressive. I'm curious what it's going to look like wet. Hang on, put this back here for a momento. I'm going to load up my brush. God, this is a gorgeous color. And I'm going to spray it with the L'Oreal Infallible. Okay, let's try this. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that, you guys. It is like glass slippers. That's what this reminds me of. Glass slippers. Look at that. Now this one's wet and this one's not. While it's gorgeous, not wet, just putting it on, I think with it wet, it gives it that almost liquid metallic. Oh yeah, look at that. Just going over this with the wet that's still on the brush. Oh yeah. So, you know, this is what I'm talking about. Look at that. Oh. Man, there is nothing about these palettes I don't like. Except for the fact that I didn't buy all of them. And yes, I'm going to beat a dead horse because it just, ugh. You know, when you find something you like that much, and that's what drives me nuts about MAC being limited edition with everything. It's like, because you know what? You don't know if you're going to like something unless you have experience with a direct product in the past, or unless you buy it until you buy it, get it home, and work with it. And just like with these, I had no idea that I knew these were new formulations, but I had no idea if I was going to like this or not. And by the way, I don't need to continue packing it on. I'm just doing it because I just like the way it looks. I mean, there is plenty of pigment after the first go around, but I just want to see what it looks like when I really nail it on there. But you know, I mean, I didn't know what these were gonna, you know, if I had any clue that these were gonna perform like this, there's no question I would have purchased every one of them right then and there. But you know, you don't know, and then when you do know, that's that beautiful shimmer right there I just put on. I mean, it's just, this palette is incredible. I just absolutely love the formulation in these. I cannot say it enough. But you know, then you work with it and you find out, oh, you know, fuck, I really like that. I want that. And by that time they're gone, you know. Sucks donkey balls. Okay, oh, that's nice. My Inglot, which I just bought, not even, what, 4 months ago. As you can see, it's hardly been used. Look at that, it cracked 3 places clean through and separated. So I'm going to get my, just a minute here, I just want to get a black eyeliner. I think I'm going to get my Pat McGrath one because I love it. Where are you? It's in the other kit. This is my all-time favorite eyeliner. I hate to use it. I don't even want to sharpen it. As you can see, it's duller than a mother effer, but I have to. This was in one of my Pat McGrath collections, and she's coming out with, this is her black gel caviar pencil, and she's coming out with eyeshadow collections in a permanent line. And boy, I am dying to get my hands on those. Oh my Lord. I sure hope she brings this product back. Because what I love about it, what I'm doing is I'm just putting it very lightly along the edge there. And then I'm going to take a very small brush and just gently smoke it out. But what I love about this pencil in particular is, for one thing, it's the darkest black I've ever used. You only need a little bit of it, which is very fortunate because I don't want to use it ever. Because, you know, it's not something that, at least as of now, it has been available in her collection for repurchase. But it just blends beautifully, and it's so black. Oh my God, is it black? I mean, it's black. And, you know, I just put a tiny bit on and blend it, and it just emphasizes that lash line so beautifully. Give a little emphasis there where we need it. Okay, almost done. Almost done. Now, hopefully you can see what I did there. See that? Look at the shine on that lid, guys. Do you see that? Look at that freaking shine, shine, shine. Oh, I forgot to blend it back in. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm almost done. What time is it?
Who knows?
I'm almost done.
Clip me up.
Hold on, I gotta blend this back in. I can't believe I forgot that. And what I'm talking about, for those of you guys who don't know, what? Oh, I'll talk to you later. Anyways, I'm blending instead of leaving that harsh line there of where the shimmer stopped, I'm just taking the darkest color that's on the end there, and I'm mixing it in, and then blending in where it makes contact with the rest of my makeup. There we go. What are you doing, Dorcas? Okay. There we go.
I'm hot.
Yeah, I know it's hotter than freaking hell in here. Boom. Now, I need something else is in here. Christ's sake almighty. Normally, I have this stuff on my desk. Easy access, but I cleaned my desk off because I want to be able to record a bunch of swatches on a couple of videos, and you know, I need the camera over the desk, the angle of it, and you know, I just can't have all of my stuff on my desk as normal when I'm recording those. So that's how come I keep having to go get more stuff, because I'm used to it being here and it's just not. Okay, I'm gonna try this is a new mascara to me. I'm gonna try today because God help me, I need waterproof. This is Plumpify Blast Pro by CoverGirl. Extreme Plump Plus Lift, 50 times volume, and I purchased it in Very Black Waterproof. So this is the one that's got the red cap and the little doohickey, the strange looking wand. Man, I'm getting hot. Holy hell. Oh, this is good. Come on. You know, I'm trying to hurry here. That's the wand. Kind of a twisty around the bend. That's not going to work. Because all that does is straight up make my eyes start watering. Okay, so let's do this, peeps. That is the only time we're going to see that wand red. Because the minute she goes in there, she's turning to the dark side. Oh, that's so satisfying in there. Look at that. That is so satisfying. It covered almost every square inch. I can hardly see any red. Okay. Let's do this and see how it works. Please don't fail me, because I need a waterproof mascara. Come on. I can tell you right off the bat, I do not like the wand at all. It's very awkward to work with. It's very uncomfortable. It rotates around the wand, and so you don't feel like, you know, you feel like part of your lashes are getting coated, and then oh, I don't like that. I don't like this at all. Let's see how the formula is, though. I mean, like, I normally can, you know, I can wiggle this under my lashes and kind of grab onto them and then pull them out through the brush. You can't do that with this wand. Yeah, you just can't do that because it's very, it's just not designed that way. it's not really, I can still see a hell of a lot of red through there, but there's a lot of product clumped up on, I mean, the product's just, see all around the base there? Look at that, it's just clumps of product, but you see the red through there? This is gonna be one that's probably just gonna go in the trash. Unless I can figure out a way to work with it. A lot of times though, what I do with things like this, if I like the formula, because you know, I need waterproof mascara. I mean, I don't like wearing waterproof, but I have to, because my eyes water, and I'll just be a fucktard mess if I don't. But a lot of times what I'll do is, if I find myself in a situation like this where I do not like the wand, but maybe I like the formula, then I'll just take an individual little wand and use it in there. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Do I have any of my little individual, do you see any of my individual mascara wands here? Do you see any in that box? Look in that box for me, would you? They're red on the end. I thought I had a couple of them here.
Phone's driving me insane.
Huh. What are you doing? What are you looking for, hon? Oh, I don't like this at all.
Oh, can I use your bum bum?
No, we're going. I'm done now.
She never lets me use her bum bum.
What happened to the small one?
You gave it to Dad.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Because I'm not good enough.
She's talking about that Australian bum bum. Isn't that what it's called? What's it called? Australian bum bum cream or whatever. We both love it. My husband loves it too. Boy, I hate this wand. I really hate this wand. Huh? I'm not Ma. I'm Mom. Or Mommy. Or
Kimberly.
Mom. No, I'm not that either, am I? I'm not. Oh, man. Are you effing kidding me?
There she is.
I opened my eye. I don't know if you guys can see. A whole line of mascara dots along the top there. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I didn't mean to snuss like that. But there's, you know, I mean, you spend all that time doing your makeup and then in 2 seconds flat you open your eye and your mascara's all over it. It's just, that chaps my ass worse than anything. That is like the biggest mascara faux pas. What? Are you laughing? I mean, I've even got it down below and I don't know how because I haven't done my lower lash line yet. Okay, people, let's try and
use your bum bum on that chap.
This is, you know, this is a very separating mascara wand. I mean, it just takes your lashes and, you know, if you're somebody, excuse me, that likes your lashes all individually separated as opposed to thick, and then this would probably be a good formula or a good thing for you. But I want, you know, I've got enough length. I want volume. Oh God, I'm scared to do this. Here we go on the bottom. Let's see what she does. Shit. And as I turn my head down to get my lower lashes, my top lashes are depositing mascara. Bree, don't. You're bumping into me.
Dear Lord, I'm pale.
You're pale? Have you looked at me, Hunsie?
Yeah, what?
I said, have you looked at me, Hunsie? I didn't want to say Hunty, because I think that's kind of nasty, so I said Hunsie. Come here.
Whatever you say.
Come here.
I don't want to talk to you anymore, Henty.
What do you think of this? How's it look on my eyelashes?
Nice.
It does?
It's better than the blue.
I did that just to show people how you could get your colored mascaras to stand out. I wouldn't have really worn it like that, obviously.
What in God's green earth is that?
That's one of the L'Oreal sponges. That's the contour sponge. Yeah, I tried all three of them.
It's squishy. I want to stab it with it.
Recording. It never fails. When I'm recording, somebody has to fucking call my cell phone. Okay, here we go. And this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set. And so far, I mean, I've used almost the entire thing. And I'm pretty impressed with it so far. Okay, let's give you a close-up view if you can see of my eyeballs. There's the look I did. And my eyelashes. I don't know, I mean, you don't want to look at my nose. Just so you can see my eyelashes. And see how I put that thin black line of Pat McGrath's gel eyeliner there? And how much thicker? I mean, just that little line all along there. And you can see how much thicker it makes your lashes look at their base. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Oh, today my eyes are in the middle of changing color. Isn't that lovely? They're blue on the outside and green on the inside. That's lovely. I always love having dual colored eyes. What's even better is when one changes color before the other does. And people look at me like there's something wrong with me. I'm like, hey, sorry here. I'm like, I can't help it. You know, and they're like, do you realize you have one blue eye and one green eye? Yeah, I do. So anybody out there who's getting ready to tell me, or if you see my eyes do that, where one's blue and one's green, or one's brown and one's green, I know. Yeah, I know I'm a freak of nature. Okay. I am gonna pray like hell this isn't too dark. Man, I look like I'm going out tonight, you know? It's not nighttime. What the hell am I doing? But, oh well. I love this color, so let's try it. Oh, yeah. God, I love this color. Holy hell, it's gorgeous. By the way, these are the Infallible paints in metallic. And this color, which I turned a bunch of people onto last time, is 332 Galactic Foil. And it is amazing. It's like a plum tone, a plum berry tone, but it's the sparkle that's in it that's just, the foil that's in it, it's like it has a copper and a pink. It's just gorgeous. Oh my God. It's just incredibly gorgeous, you guys. You gotta, if you're gonna get one, you gotta at least get this one. Look at that, I'm so pretty. And it feels so nice on the lips. Oops, it's got a big blob of it there. Good going, Shelby. Now you gotta fix that. Now, mind you, I'm doing this without any lip liner. Probably would have been a little smarter. I think we used, oh, no, I need highlighter. Look at that color though. Let's see if turning on the light will help. Not really. Shit, that just made it worse. Well, let's see if I can get some. I'm telling you guys, the color is just to die for. Oh, it's so gorgeous. And there's my eyes. And that was created with the Prissy Princess palette. I went all out shebang. And then those eyelashes. Not sure what to think on that. It is not wowing me. I mean, it's not even giving me as much length as I normally get from a mascara. So, yeah, not wowed. Okay, now let's do some highlighter. And then we done, people. We done. And then I'm on my way to my daughter-in-law's house. For highlighter, I think I'm going to try this Lumi. And let's hope it doesn't F up my entire look since it's liquid. And I put way, way too much on my hand. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That is like, I mean, we're talking, that is reflective. Look at that. Let's see if I can blend it in. Holy schmoly. Uh-oh. Kind of went a little overboard. Sponge to the rescue. Sponge to the rescue. Oh, that's really pretty. This is and this would be a really nice base if you're somebody that likes to, you know, if you like to layer highlighters. This is the True Match Lumi Liquid Glow Illuminator. And I have this in the color C301 Ice. So let's go over here and make the same mistake twice. We have to be even now. And while that's sitting there for a minute, I'm gonna, oh wow. Oh wow. It like is, I mean, look at this, you guys. This is, a little bit goes a long, long way with this stuff. Holy mother. See if it builds up. Yep. Oh my god. Okay. Sponge to the rescue. It blends into the skin really nicely from what I can see so far. But like I said, this would be great for those of you who really like to have a base of, you know, liquid product and then go on it with powder. Okay, you know what I want to do just real quick? I want to put this under my brow bone too. And in my inner corners a little bit. So let's, I can't do that when I'm doing that. What the fuck am I thinking? Oh yeah. Oops, sorry. Damn it.
Ma,
Yep.
there's something in my eyeball.
That sucks. Oops, went down too far. Damn it. Oh, fucking duck. I did it again. Jesus. Come on, girl. Get your together. Okay, well, that's as good as it's going to get today, folks. I thought there was only a tiny, tiny bit left. I swear to God. You ready, Bree? You know, it's just pretty. It blends nicely, but I'll tell you one thing, you don't want to let it dry, because like right here, I don't know if you can see the separation there. It set before I really blended it out, and because of that, you can really see it. Okay, anyways, that's it. I'm done. So, I think I'm set. I love the eyes. Love, 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 love. I cannot stress enough, you guys. If you get a chance to try these new personality palettes from MAC, they're really incredible. The formula in these, I mean, look, I did this so effortlessly. They're pigmented, as you can see from looking at my eyes. The metallics, I mean, look at that metallic. Girl, that is like, and they're so smooth. Look at that. I mean, it doesn't show any, you know, like a lot of metallics I see I really like, they have a lot of bang. They have a lot of texture to them. So when I put them on my eyelids, my older eyelids, they make my eyelids look chunky and crepey and ugh. As you can see, don't you dare migrate. Nuh-uh, girl. But as you can see, this does not, I mean, it looks like glass. Look at that moving back and forth with the light. See how smooth that is? Because these, it's like they're so finely milled. Putting them on dry, they were beautiful. But when I add a little little makeup spray to it, when I add that makeup spray to it, that's when it really just, it's like all the particulates that were in that formula just melted together into one beautiful, seamless application. I mean, it's just, oh, please, MAC, please bring these back. Bring them back. Or at least send me the 4 I don't have. Let me buy them, please. Please, MAC, please. I love them so much. They give such beautiful eye looks. Oh my God. You know, I'm not somebody that wears a lot of blue, but if I were to get all these palettes, I kid you not, I would do several looks with every one of them just because I love them that much. Anyways, thanks for joining me today, you guys. I love you. I'm off to my daughter-in-law's house, so we're going to have a fun couple of days, and I will see you guys back soon. Hope you're doing well. I love you. Bye!